Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending February 5th, 2021. Instagram releases WellBeing Toolkit for teens. In order to guide its teen users to the most balanced, positive experience they can have, Instagram has released the Addressing the Pressure to Be Perfect Toolkit, which teens and their parents can use to create a self-awareness that protects them from both creating and falling victims to a toxic environment on the platform. The toolkit addresses teens directly, but it also includes parents' guides for each section. Among the topics covered in the toolkit are support for well-being, creating a positive image, balancing time and privacy tips. Avast security evangelist Louis Carones calls it a step in the right direction. This toolkit is really great, he said. It addresses a real issue that exists for which there is no technical solution: our psychological wellness while using social media. On top of that, it is important to cover all of the bases, and educating about privacy is probably the most important one. For privacy tips that go beyond Instagram, see the Avast Comprehensive Privacy Tips for Parents. Trickbot adds ability to scan networks. A new evolution in the persistent Trickbot malware allows it to scan the infected system's network in search for more vulnerable systems to attack. The updated malware uses the open-source mass scan tool to map the victim's local network, searching for open ports, which it then reports back to its command and control center. Trickbot first appeared in 2016 as a banking Trojan that initially just stole data. Over time, its attacks began to entail dropping malware as well. We listed Trickbot as one of the 5 biggest web threats to manage networks last year, and we were not the only ones who understood the danger. Both Microsoft and the U.S. Cyber Command attempted to take down Trickbot in the fall of 2020, but the malware was too slippery. For more on this new strain, see Bleeping Computer. Better Business Bureau warns against posting a picture of the vaccination card. As COVID-19 vaccinations continue to be administered around the world, the U.S. Better Business Bureau advises against sharing photos of vaccination cards on social media. In the news release last week, the Better Business Bureau reminded the public that the COVID-19 vaccination cards contain self-identifying information that can open one up to identity theft. The patient's full name, birthday, and local vaccine administration information are all plain to see on the card. In this age of excited shares on social media, the Better Business Bureau suggested everyone simply share their vaccination stickers instead, which are given out like voting stickers. In addition to identifying theft, photos of vaccination cards can provide bad actors with an official template to create phony cards, which could in turn wreak havoc on the entire vaccination process. The danger of social media algorithms. According to a Vox article published last week, the sophisticated algorithm used by social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are programmed primarily to keep users on the associated platform, with no regard to truth, balance, or mental wellness. The AI that powers the algorithms is optimized to keep the user's mind and eyes engaged for better or for worse. The article author concedes that this protocol is not innately bad-intentioned, as it leads some users to learn more about harmless topics in which they're interested, but it is decidedly not well-intentioned, as it will provide whatever content it calculates will keep the user glued to the screen. Avast advises all users to be aware that these algorithms are always at work, whether the content being shown is truthful, false, harmless, or divisive. One protective measure users can take is to follow Avast's practical daily tasks to reclaim their privacy on Facebook. Robinhood faces over 30 class action lawsuits. Stock trading app Robinhood placed restrictions on its users who wanted to buy GameStop shares, sending many of them into a fury and resulting in more than 30 class action lawsuits against the company. Citing an impossible-to-meet demand for funds needed to back the transactions, Robinhood limited its users only to holding or selling their GameStop stocks. Nobody was permitted to buy. The company's CEO will testify before the U.S. Congress on February 18th regarding the matter. Read more on PC Mag. And that's all the Avast security news for this week. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.